without the jam track, because your goal is that you can play the tune without anybody supporting you, be it a jam track or another person, because that will give you the ultimative Freiheit. Hey dear patrons, today I'm going to show you the tune Summertime. First of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about the melody and the chords, and last but not least the improvisation. So when I start to learn a new tune, a new song, I mostly start with the melody and I try to understand if the melody sort of is in one scale. And very often with the jazz standards tunes, so for example, like it could happen to you, the melodies most of the time in E flat major. So if you know this scale, then you sort of can fumble your way in the scale. Just you need to know the starting points and then maybe remember the one or two notes that are not in the scale. So with Summertime, the good news, it's the A minor pentatonic. Then you can start on the E. This is all notes of the A minor pentatonic, and I urge you to find the melody yourself. So you can start on the 5th fret on the B string and just play the melody like this. And if you're having trouble remembering melodies, maybe not in this case, but in general, it's a really good idea to learn the text by heart. Then that will also help you phrase the melody in different ways, because you for sure know that you're not supposed to play the melody like it's written on the page in a real book, because that's just an approximation. But then the question is, how far away can we go from that approximation? And if you know the lyrics and where one sentence ends, it's much easier. So like summertime, right? So the first 3 notes is one note, one word. Fish are jumping. So I'm thinking about the text. And the cotton is high. And this is the only note, this B, that's not in A minor pentatonic. And then please try to play it an octave higher. And here's the B on the 12th fret of the B string. So start with the melody. That's, I think, a really good place to understand a song. A song is not just an accumulation of chords, it's a composition. And who knows how this song started? Did the composer start with the melody or with the chords? But anyways, give the melody really some thought. And so the tune is most of the times in A minor, but of course you can play it in any other key. So I would start like with an A minor 6 chord. You could also be playing an A minor 7. But I like the A minor 6. It's a little darker. And then it's 2-5 in minor. B half diminished. E altered. Oder E7 flat 9. And then it doesn't repeat. Instead, it goes to the 4th degree in A minor, that's D minor, so we can tweak the A minor into A7. And play a D minor 7 in this case. That's beautiful. Maybe this one, that one. So I'm going to play it for you up till the 5th bar. And I also like to play something like thump and then the rest of the chord. So it's like 1 and the 1 end. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. And then it continues with a 2-5 going back to A minor, and here already you have to be careful because we had the 2-5 to A minor, and then we had like 2 chords in 1 bar, but now we're having each chord the length of 1 bar going back to A minor. You could be playing 3 bars of A minor here, but maybe to have a little bit more of a movement, you can play like A minor, B flat 7, sharp 11, right? That would be the tritone substitute. This is an E7, right? That's the E7. I played in the beginning with a flat 9. And if we just like leave these notes here and just play a B flat, that's always only the bass is moving, and that's a tritone substitute, and we can just keep the E here. And then we have been in A minor all the time, but now at the end of this 16 bar form, we're going to C major, and we're going to do that with a 2-5 in C major. Again, each chord has only 2 beats. C major, going to F7, be playing this F7 13 here, and then just very quickly in major, but be back in minor in a second. Another 2-5 in A minor, and then I like to play the E7 sharp 9. That leads back to the beginning. Try to sing the melody while you're playing, because in this way you connect the melody with the chords, but that also will help you to know where you are in the form. You can do that with any standard. So like summertime, sorry, I'm a terrible singer. And the do 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 do. So I know that's terrible, but please just try to do that for yourself. It will make you much stronger on this tune. So of course you can improvise over the entirety of this song with the A minor pentatonic, and I'm going to give you a glimpse of that sound, but I'm sure you know how that sounds. So it's nothing wrong with it, that sound, but it's a little bit as if we were painting with one color over all those colorful chords, and it's maybe not a pity, but it's nice if we can, as a future goal, if you are going to be able to play a little bit of the bluesy stuff, right? You could also play blues, pentatonic blues scale. But also if you would have the option to play the changes. So that brings us back to 2 things, a 2-5-1 in minor and a 2-5-1 in major. And so you can isolate the 2-5-1 to A minor, and you can isolate a 2-5-1 to C major. So with the 2-5 in A minor, again you can play the harmonic minor scale, and with the 2-5 to C you can play like the C major scale. And then the only chord that we don't have in this way is the F7. But there we can already play the harmonic minor scale. That wouldn't be a problem. So this would be like the first step to play over those chords, and the second step is the arpeggios, just to play the arpeggios. But there are of course a lot of other exercises that are very beneficial, and they just will help you here. And you know, you can't sort of, there's no magic to become a faster jazz player. It's really for the stubborn and the patient people but I'm sure you're patient if you're watching my channel. So anyways, so one exercise that you can do to start playing the chords that are actually happening is the root. And to make it really easy, just to get into that feeling of reacting to each and every chord, you're going to play the root that you have in the chord. So when you have the A minor, just going to play the A. That's the root, but without the shape. I'm going to demonstrate. Maybe sing. And after a while, if you feel more comfortable with playing the roots, you can start to play the root all over the fretboard. So you're going to look for all your A's, right? So checking your octaves on the guitar, I would really recommend that you do that. And then maybe the B. And then just play the roots. And so all the time while I'm playing those roots, I'm thinking the names of the chords, and the next step would be to just like get your metronome and play the roots without the jam track, because your goal is that you can play the tune without anybody supporting you, be it a jam track or another person, because that will give you the ultimative Freiheit. You know what I mean? You're going to be free because you can rely on your inner clock and also on the form. So that's really a hard exercise. I know that, and I couldn't do that for many years. I'm going to be very honest. I really couldn't do that. But maybe you can do it, so let's try to do it. Maybe a little slower. And I'm just going to play the roots again on the 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always thinking about the next chord. Always thinking about the next chord. And then maybe improvising with arpeggio, starting from the root. And then you can record yourself like when you're improvising like this, and then you can play the chords to the solo that you have been recording. And in that way you can check if you have been losing the form or not. It has to be really ingrained in your fingers, and this is the funny stuff, right? It's not only about understanding, you have to have it in your system, right? So like if you're swimming in a lake, yes, you can think about swimming, you can swim on the floor, you know, because my daughter's learning to swim, but then you still can't swim, right? And this is the same thing. You have to practice this shit, really until you're not thinking about it anymore. And then you can start improvising with very basic stuff. So yes, it for today. I hope I could help you a little bit with that video, and let me know what you would like to see next. And I'll see you around. Bye!